Welcome back, programmers. So, welcome to the Machine Learning Hub. In this video, I am going to talk about face detection and road application. So, this is the most demanding video ever. Around 3 months ago, I started channel, and this is the topic which is lots of people demanded me on my Instagram Machine Learning Hub page. So you can say this is the screenshot of our working application. Just you have to upload the image from your gallery. Otherwise, you can choose a otherwise you can click a picture from your camera. It will detect the face. So now, according to me, face detection is very easy in the Python. But now Android is a totally development, and Android have some different architecture, different platform. So implementing a face detection in the Android application, it's like a very tough thing to do. So in Android, just we are working with the Java or the Kotlin. So this application is built on the Java. Otherwise, you can choose the Kotlin as well. As Kotlin is a very good language. Also, even I like the Kotlin more than a Java. But in this project, I have used Java. So let's see how you can build this kind of application. So for this video, you need to have some basic knowledge of your Android Studio, and you need to have some good programming knowledge and some of the Java concept, and you need to have a good face detection and face related programming knowledge, which is related to the Python, which we have seen many times in the Python. So face detection is very easy in the Python. Just in the 8 or 9 line you can do this thing. But now we are doing this thing with Java and implementing this thing in the Android. Now let's move to our application. So before starting the video, just I want to tell that subscribe the Machine Learning Hub channel. Now our family is increasing day by day. So if you subscribe this channel, it will motivate me to do upload more videos regarding to the Android, machine learning, Python. And in future I will learn more language also, because I am not also a developer, you know guys, this thing. I am also a student like you. So I am also learning Android. I am not a master of Android, but still I am sharing my knowledge which I have learned in the past, means in few days ago. Now I am sharing this knowledge with you. So subscribe the channel, it will help me more. Or you otherwise you can follow me on Instagram if you have any doubts, or if you want to ask me question. This is the page. So now let's jump to the topic. So guys, first of all, you need to create a one Android project. So you don't need to do anything like many things here. Just create an Android project and choose the empty activity. So first let me clear this commented code. So just you have to choose a empty activity. So you will get a screen like this. First let me open the design. So you will get screen in this middle screen, you will get the hello world written. So now we need to do designing here. So most of the beginner don't doesn't know where is the activity main.xml, what is the thing, what is the Java file, what is main activity. So let me explain you in the simple way. In the race folder, this is the race folder, which is a by default hierarchy of the every Android project architecture. So you have to just go to the race folder. In the race folder, there is a one layout folder. So this is the activity main.xml, means you open the any application, it will show you the main activity of your application. Just like if you open the Facebook, then it show a news feed, something like that. So activity main.xml, which is containing your designing part of your Android application. Okay. So now there are more four folders available in drawable. So in drawable there are images which is related to your Android application, which is small, like smaller icons, smaller background. There are lots of image related thing is available in the drawable. In MIPMap, same thing. If you want to change the application icon, then you need to have MIPMap folder. You need to change in MIPMap folder. In the values folder, it contain like string, style, and color.xml values. So it's hierarchy. So now let's talk about the Java. So in Java, you can see this kind of the folder hierarchy. So this is a simple Java file which you will get in every Android project. So you need to open the this main activity.java. We need to code. We need to do our code in main activity.java. This you can ignore this to Java file for now. So let's see. You need to do first designing first, because without creating a front end you cannot directly design your backend. So front end is very simple. Just I have placed the two button from here, like this is the button you can choose and drag and drop. So one is a choose image button, in another is a another one is a from camera button. Then I have placed one image view here. If you don't want to drag and drop, then you can just put your XML code here. You can write your XML code here. I have just put in one image and I have put in the drawable folder. So in the image view I have put one image just for the good looking application. So I'm not going to very deeper in the designing part. This is a simple linear layout because I want everything is a linearly format, so I have used a linear layout. You can do designing more than a better. If you have a like if you are interested in the way designing, so you can do much more designing. But like if you have not listened that meet machine learning engineer or machine learning and AI interested people cannot do much more better in the web development. Yeah, so this is true for me. I am not interested too much in the designing and web development part. So for me designing is boring. Just I have created design which is very simple, so let's ignore it. I will put a linear layout. Now what we are using, what library we are using in the Android. So in Python, what we are using OpenCV for the face detection. There is some concept of the OpenCV in face detection hard cascading technique. Now in Android means obviously Android is now handled by Google, so we can imagine Google has something related for this, and obviously Google providing one library for this kind of the task, which is called vision, means Google vision. If you have listened this thing, so we are detecting face with the Google vision. So let's see what you need to import. Okay, so this is the library. Import com.google.android.gms.vision and .face and .face detector. So you need to install this library, and in Android doesn't concept like pip install gms. So now you have to, the most important step of this project is you have to go to the Gradle script folder, which is located here, to install this library. Now you have to go to the second file, which is a build.gradle, and you can see here it's written module comma app, module colon app. So you have to double click on it, go to the last, and you need to implement these two line here. One is for a Google Play service, and one another is for the just like our support file. So you need to add these two file here, means implementation file here. Or if you don't did not get this properly, then already Google have uh, built, Google actually written a one blog here. But yeah, this blog is also providing you a ready-made code. Just you need to do a copy paste. But actually this code is like very backward, means you cannot do much more thing here, because actually I have a reference code from here, but I have changed lots of code in my application, because like this code is a very static. Just you need to click on this process button and it will fetch this image from the directly project. Even you cannot upload any image from your gallery, or you cannot capture from camera. So I have changed lots of things in my application, so you can do reference from here also. I will give this link into description. So just you need to add these two thing to implementation in your Gradle, and now you have to click on this button, which is called synchronize project with the Gradle files. After that you need to, if you get the error or something like that, just you need to rebuild the project. So it's a very simple thing. Now your library is installed. Now just you need to do code. Now close this all other file. So just you need to go into main activity.java. So there are lots of files and lots of libraries imported here. So guys, you don't need to do worry about this. Android Studio is a very smart IDE. just like it's not like a PyCharm. It's not like a PyCharm. You need to write import numpy, then numpy dot, and you can use any function. Just if you write np dot add or np dot one, it will by default, it will automatically suggest import numpy and it will automatically do. So this is just like that. Now there is a one concept of the intent, guys. If you are totally beginner or if you are advanced level, you know this concept. When I click on this button, choose image. So when I click on the choose image, it should be open my gallery. Okay, it asking me for the gallery permission. So now I need to define intent here. So first of all I need to find the my button id. So this code is until this code you will get the by default. Now you need to start from this. So button, then btn is equal to find view by id, then you need to write your button id here, which is already button. Then you need to on click listener method call, which is if you click any button it will do some task. This is just like a ticketer, or normally in html php we are doing same thing. This is same thing here. So button dot set on click listener. Now we are creating one intent. So then intent dot set type. So set type means this set type I have written images. So it will ask me for the open the gallery, means image related application in android ui. And then android intent dot set action, then start activity. After the setting action I am going to start this activity and select picture. So it will ask for the select picture. Okay, now picture is just imagine. Now we are doing same thing for another button, but in another button what we are doing, we are opening a camera. So the scenario will be same. You need to do find view by id button one, then button one dot set on click listener, then we need to open the camera. So you need to define intent, then camera intent, just I have defined one variable, then new intent is equal to media storage, then action underscore image capture, which is an inbuilt method for the opening a camera. You need to define this and start activity. So means when you click on the second means on camera button, it will open you for the camera opening, means it will ask you for the permission. So now our two main part is done here. Now the two in this two code there is a one similarity. So let's see what is it. So when you select one image from the gallery, you will get one image, and same as if you click image from the camera, you will get one another image. Means in both scenario you will get a one image. Now in that one image we need to do face detection. So now there is a one function, sorry, there is one automatic we are doing public void on activity result. So this is just a request for the intent, means after the intent you need to do this task. Okay, so if result code is equal to result okay, result okay means what? So result okay means when I click on this gallery button and I choose some image from the gallery, then it will give means one kind of the flag. Means if I choose the image from the gallery, it will do flag is equal to 1. If I back, just I open the gallery but I don't want to choose an image, if I press the back, so it will do nothing. So that's why we are using if else code here. If result is okay means our flag is 1. So now we are getting our image here. So in current image we are getting data dot get data. So in get data we will get our image. So now we need to get the image using a open input stream. In input stream, open input stream, we need to pass the of our image path. Means what? Our image data, means obviously you all know image contain the array data. Now we need to decode our image, so we are using bitmap. Bitmap is one kind of the structure of image handling in the Java. So bitmap, my bitmap, then bitmap factory dot decode stream. Now we are decoding our selected image. Now understand the concept. We need to detect the face, and where the face is detected we need to put a rectangle on it. So we need to use a paint class from here. So paint is equal to my rect paint, then you paint, we have initialized our paint, then we have choose the stroke width 15, color is equal to blue. Okay, so now we are going to create a temporary bitmap. So just for temporary bitmap, because I want to draw the rectangle, so for the image place means if I want to place the image, now I need to have a canvas. So here I will choose the canvas and I have choose the temporary bitmap. So our work is done here. Now we are moving to the perfect main part of the code. Face detector. So face detector is obviously library. So from the face detector there is a one method builder. So from it's create the face detector class. So we are initializing our face detector here. If something is wrong with the face detection library, it will give you alert message could not set up the face detection. Okay, but now if everything is going perfect, we need to initialize our frame. So what we are doing, frame is equal to new frame builder and set bitmap. Now in this set bitmap we are placing our image. Now after placing our image, sparse array, you can see sparse array and faces face detector dot detect. Now this is the same line which is same is in the Python, just like we are initialize har cascading in the Python, then face detector dot detect. So it is same as that, face detector detect dot frame. Now we need to do for loop. Obviously this is the concept same as which we are doing in the Python. So we need to get the face size, then in the for loop we need to get the four face attributes like x y w h, but here we are getting x y x1 y1 y x2 y2. Okay, so this is same as the Python face detection. Now there is a one method which is we are using in the Python which is called cv2 dot rectangle, but in this we are using temp canvas dot draw round rectangle. So this is the same as cv2 dot rectangle. Okay, now we need to pass our coordinates for the rectangle which we are doing same in the Python. So we are passing our coordinates into our rectangle, so it will draw the rectangle on the image. Now our face detection is completed. Now we need to show this image to the user. So that's why we are using image view, then my image view means we are initializing our image view which is placed in the designing. So in image view I am fine, means I am giving you my id, and my image view dot set image drawable means it will put that image in this image view. So our work is done. So from the person open app, person open the click on the button, it choose the image of from the gallery. So until this our work is done. Now user can see the face detected image, but now this thing is only for the gallery. So what you have think, obviously for the camera it will be a same procedure for it, but in camera it will be a much easier than the gallery. Why? So let's see. So peak now if request code is a peak id, peak id means what? So peak id just I have given 123. So in activity I have defined peak id. If this activity is called means someone click the picture, means someone just click the picture and store it temporary, it will generate a means it will do peak id is equal to 123. So it will just like a flag is equal to 1. So our this condition will be true here. So now, but in gallery we did this lots of things to do with image, because we have choose the image, we need to get the path, we need to open it with canvas. But in camera capture we don't need to do anything much here, because captured image is already in the bitmap format. So already 4 to 5 line has been decreased here. So now the another code is the same as the upper, just we I have copy pasted the code. I need to create a one function for it, but I know I'm lazy in the coding because I hate really Java. But it's okay. I just want to do learn Android, so that's why I'm doing this. Now code is a very Even I have copy pasted the code is the same. So at the end, once again, I have placed my image in the image view, and this is the function which will give you the get real path from the URI. So it is a actually user defined function, but I think I have not used this function in the code. I don't know why I have placed this function here. Okay, so I have not used, just mistakenly, means I am doing lots of testing, so that's why I placed this function here. So it's okay. Until this, you can consider, I will upload this code on the GitHub. You can directly access the code from the GitHub. So now it's time for the testing of application. So let me run the emulator. So I am using this Wi-Fi ADB. So just I need to click on the run, but before running, let me set the our visor. So just give me a 2 minute. Let me set the visor first. So guys, you can see now my phone is connected. This is the application. You can see I have choose the one icon here, but let me run it so it will give you a more proper concept. So first it will build the gradle, means it will build all of the application. So it will take around 1 to 2 minutes. I really hate this thing about the Android. You need to wait for your code to build, and you need to have one device, you need to have cable. So there are lots of things to do in Android, but that's why I love Python. I don't need to have any devices, just like CMD, Python, then hello.py. So now it's installing this application. So you can see application is open here. So let's click on the choose image button. So this is the just I have saved this image, so I'm choosing this image. So you can see when I have choose this image from the gallery, in face you can see this face is detected. So this is me and this is my mom. So now I will click on the another button, which is a capture image. So I'm not in the proper actual situation because I don't have proper lighting, so I'm not capturing my image, but just capture this keyboard image. So it will detect nothing, but it will show this image into our capture image UI. So that's how application is running. So let me check on other image. So you can see that's how our application is working. So guys, that's all for the today video. I hope you are getting this working of the face detection in Android application. So if you want more videos from this channel, so just I'm telling you once again, subscribe the Machine Learning Hub. I will upload more videos in the future. You can follow us on Instagram for the more updates and Q&A. There are lots of things which is extra I'm doing in the my Instagram page. So you just need to go to and follow the Machine Learning Hub on Insta, and you need to subscribe the Machine Learning Hub on YouTube. So guys, see you in the next one. So until that, keep coding and stay safe.